really delighted and honoured to be here in the Mansion House, my former home, this evening to officially launch the 25th Dublin Pride Festival. I'm sure that the festival this year will grow upon the successes of the previous quarter of a century and copper fast itself in the summer, in the Dublin Summer Panel. As always, there will be a series of varied and diverse events during the course of this year's festival. As in other years, the festival will culminate in the Pride Parade to be held this year on Midsummer's Day. The catalyst for participation in parades in general can come from a multitude of factors, from anger and frustration through to delight and celebration. I believe that the Dublin Pride Parade has possibly already, in its relatively short history, run the entire gamut of these factors, while throughout remaining steadfastly proud. What began 25 years ago in anger at the way in which this country treated some of its people as second-class citizens, has come full circle. The Pride Parade is now truly about celebration. It is very important as a symbol in modern Ireland. The health and vitality of the parade is reflective of the health and vitality of Ireland's gay community. The Pride Parade, now the country's second biggest after the St. Patrick's Day Parade, marches down Apollo Street with all the colour, life and vividness of a carnival. It brings a great spirit of fun and energy to our capital, and in doing so demonstrates the palpable well-being of our gay community. I would hope that this year will be the biggest and proudest yet, and in being so will help ensure the festival's continued success for the next 25 years. In the Green Party, we celebrated our own 25th anniversary at the end of 2006. Over the last decades, much has changed, but a belief in diversity, equality and human rights has remained an unyielding constant for the Greens. Our first openly gay candidate stood in the general election in 1997, and in last year's election we had two gay candidates standing for the party. Our policies related to equality and rights are probably the most progressive of any of the parties. As I hope you already know, the Green Party supports full same-sex marriage rights. So we come to this issue with a strong track record. But we also come to it with, I suppose, an unexaggerated understanding of what we managed to negotiate into the programme for government at this very time, 1 year ago, in fact. Senator David Norris, I don't know if David, I thought David might be here this evening. I think David has been a tremendously strong advocate for the gay and lesbian community in the Shannon. I welcome the work he has done on the equality agenda, and I firmly believe that the Dáil would be a much improved institution if it better reflected the diversity within our society, with openly gay members representing a large, influential, but as yet underrepresented section of modern Ireland. My party colleagues and I have for some months been in discussions with our government partners about the Civil Partnership Bill. The theme of this year's festival, always the bridesmaid, never the bride, therefore is particularly well chosen. We accept that the rights bestowed by civil partnerships are limited and that the forthcoming legislation will not satisfy everyone. As I've said, the Green Party remains committed to marriage equality for all. However, in light of the current makeup of the Dáil, where the two largest parties oppose marriage equality, we genuinely believe that legislating now for civil partnerships is the best way of recognising and protecting the thousands of same-sex relationships in the state. Civil partnership is not the full equality we are seeking, but it is a step towards full equality. It is also of real practical value in itself and will make a real difference to the daily lives of many people in committed relationships. It has been noted by many that there has been a delay in the publication of the heads of the Civil Partnership Bill. Work on the bill has been demanding and painstaking. The Green Party and our government colleagues are working closely on finalising this new legislation. Rather than push ahead regardless, we felt that it was better to delay publication and try to ensure the best possible outcome. We feel it is better to get something done right than done quickly. And I want to thank the gay and lesbian community for your understanding and patience in the face of these delays. Let me assure you all that the Civil Partnership Bill remains a key priority for the Green Party. We were the party that brought it to government, and we shall see it through. I'm confident that when in 25 years' time we look back on a half-century of the Dublin Pride Festival, we will be living in a diverse, dynamic and progressive Ireland that respects and protects fully the rights of every person in our society. In the meantime, you have my word that I and my Green Party colleagues are doing everything we can to help us get to that place in the shortest possible time. We will be marching with you on June the 21st, as we have marched at many Pride festivals in years gone by. I hope and I believe that we will be marching towards a bright new future where, as our Constitution stipulates, all citizens in Ireland are held equal before the law. And can I say finally, I'm really delighted to be here in the presence of Tony Walsh. Tony is going to be the Grand Marshal. Tony reminded me, and it's really, you know, I think you've preserved yourself much better than I have over the years. I'm not sure. But he reminded me that we stood in elections together in 1989, and indeed that was an election where Gareth Fitzgerald almost lost his seat. But in one way we seem to have made lots of progress. In others, you know, you just wonder sometimes, you know, is the pace of change too slow? I understand that. I understand the frustration. Believe you me, I do. But politics is the art of the possible. And as I've always said, I always believe this, that half a loaf is better than no loaf. If we're making progress, that's the main thing for a real market.